Medicare Explained. This is usually one of the more popular videos, and I'm going to go through this kind of quick and easy. And that's probably the biggest piece of advice that I could give you coming into Medicare is just don't overcomplicate it. It's really not that complicated once we understand it. And if we set it up correctly, it's going to work really well for the rest of our lives. And we're really not going to have to think a whole lot about it. So when we're talking about Medicare, primarily, you're talking about people age 65 or older coming into Medicare. There is Medicare for under 65. If you've been on Social Security disability for 2 years, you do become eligible for Medicare Part B. That is a completely different animal. We're not going to discuss that right now. We're going to talk about people that are coming in at age 65, or if you stay at work later than age 65. And when we're talking stay at work, there's some caveats there we need to understand. Number one, you need to work for an employer that has more than 20 employees, that has regular group insurance, and you're going to stay on that group insurance until you retire. And then once you retire, you will then start your Medicare Part B. And when you start your Medicare Part B, then whether it's age 68, 78, 88, whatever it is, it acts just like the people that are turning 65. It gives you all the ability to choose whatever it is you want to do without any medical questions. So very important, if you're going to stay at work, do not start Medicare Part B until you're ready to retire and come into Medicare. And when we talk about Medicare, it's basically just health insurance. So that's exactly what it is. You probably had a health insurance plan, either individual or group, coming into Medicare. It's very similar, especially to group insurance, in how things functions. Now, there are different parts of Medicare. It's not super important to understand the major differences, but we'll run through them real quick. Part A covers stuff that happens on an inpatient hospital admission, primarily the room and board in the hospital. Part B covers medical stuff that goes on either inside the hospital or outside the hospital, doctor's visits, specialist visits, outpatient surgery, all that kind of stuff. Anything outside of inpatient hospital admission is covered under Medicare Part B. Medicare Part C, I don't know why they stuck this in here as one of the parts, is Medicare Advantage, because Medicare Advantage is not Medicare. It takes you off of Medicare and puts you into a private insurance plan. I'll talk about that a little bit more in just a minute. And then Medicare Part D is prescription drug coverage. So you have a separate prescription drug part of Medicare, and we'll talk about that a little bit also. So A is hospital stuff, B is medical stuff, C takes you off, puts you in Medicare Advantage, Part D is prescription drug coverage. So we'll go through that a little bit. And again, we want to keep this simple and easy and not overcomplicate. When you first come into Medicare, and there's different enrollment periods, whether you're turning 65 or after 65, I have very specific videos on all that stuff. So make sure you subscribe to the channel, look for the video that applies to you, and I walk you right through everything. We make it as easy as possible. But when you first come into Medicare, your biggest decision of everything is, are you going to stay with original Medicare, or are you going to go on to that Medicare Advantage plan? And the differences couldn't be any more than night and day. They are completely different than one another. So original Medicare is Part A and B. You would likely have a Medicare supplement plan, a Medigap plan, likely a Plan G or maybe a Plan M, and then it's going to cover pretty much everything. So it has very little out-of-pocket costs as you use it, and it works really well. It gives you all the ability to choose any doctor, any hospital, anywhere in the country. Don't have referrals, don't have pre-authorizations. I certainly have videos on this as well, as opposed to choosing Medicare Advantage. Medicare Advantage is generally less expensive up front, but significantly more expensive when you use it. So you need to understand that just because some of them show that they have zero premium, and I tell you, the ones that have zero premium are going to be the most restrictive, and they're going to have the highest out-of-pocket costs when you use them. So it sounds great going in, but then when it's time to find the right doctor or find the right hospital or keep your expenses low in the middle of a medical situation, that's where you're going to run into some serious issues with Medicare Advantage. So please be very careful with this choice, because it's a big one and you can get stuck with it forever. If you run into a medical situation, you may not be able to get a Medicare supplement plan later. So you can always get Medicare Advantage plan later. If you choose original Medicare with a supplement and for whatever reason down the road you decided you wanted to go into Medicare Advantage, you likely could, but you can't necessarily do it the other way around. So very important to understand that. I have videos on all that stuff. If you've seen any of my stuff, my opinion without any hesitation whatsoever is to do anything you can to stay with original Medicare and a supplement, just because it will make your life so much easier when it comes time to use your health insurance. And health insurance is certainly the biggest driver we have going into our 60s, 70s, 80s, and beyond. We want to be comfortable. We want ourselves to be comfortable. We also want our doctors to be comfortable, the hospital to like us, all that stuff, that they get paid what they're supposed to get paid and they don't have to fight for their money. So again, I spent a little time on this big decision, original Medicare versus Medicare Advantage. We're happy to talk about it with you, walk you right through it. Things to understand: that Medicare does not cover long-term care. So pretty much no health insurance, you would need a separate long-term care policy. It does cover, if you have original with a supplement, up to 100 days in a skilled nursing facility. So a pretty good amount of time. But if you were going to be in there for a couple of years, it's a whole different scenario. It does not cover most dental, vision, and hearing. It only covers it if it's a medical emergency, if you're in a car accident or something like that. So Medicare Advantage, a lot of times talk about how they include dental and vision and hearing, but a lot of times it's very basic coverage. So it's very preventative kind of thing, where with original Medicare, you would likely just get a separate policy. If you've had dental experience in the past and you know you're going to have dental experience in the future, you may very well want to get just a regular dental policy like you had at work prior to coming in. Medicare does not cover outside of the United States. So a Medicare supplement plan does have some coverage for outside the United States, where a Medicare Advantage plan does not. So a Medicare Advantage plan is going to be very restrictive in that scenario as well. So if you travel with Medicare Advantage, that's where a major issue can come in, because they have the network of doctors and hospitals generally in a localized area. So you are limited to what you have access to. And if you travel even state to state or city to city, you likely will be out of network. And very little plans, especially now, have out of network coverage. You would have coverage for emergency stuff, but if it's past the emergency, you're going to be required to come back into network. Very complicated in that type of situation as well. Medicare supplement plans don't have that kind of stuff. They don't have any network. So you could choose to go, if you live in Florida and you want to go to Mayo Clinic, you can choose to do that. Or if you want to go to Jackson, or if you want to go to Duke, or if you want to go to California, you don't have to ask for permission. You just do it. So, and that's certainly the way. If you come into a significant medical issue, and whether it's rare or not rare, and you need to go to somebody specific that you really want to see, you certainly don't want any roadblocks in your way to do that. So Medicare Original with a supplement allows you to do that. The supplement pays almost all the stuff that Medicare has gaps in, with the exception of small Part B deductible, and then Plan G covers pretty much everything after that. Plan N just has a $20 copay and some other small out-of-pocket expenses. So again, very easy to use when you have it, just costs a little bit more going in. We try to keep people on a Medicare supplement plan to keep their premium somewhere around $100 a month. And we can usually, a lot of times, do it less than that. And we can get creative and figure out the best way for your situation. So certainly give us a call, visit MedicareOnTheVideo.com. We'll email you quotes. We'll walk you right through it. We'll just make sure that we get the best value and the best coverage for what we're looking to do in Medicare. So make sure we stay with the enrollment periods. Understand whether you're turning 65 or if you're coming after 65. You're coming after 65, you need to prove that you had group insurance. There's forms for that. I have all this stuff on my website, so we make it easy for you to find the stuff that you need. So make sure you take advantage of all that information, and then just, make sure you find the right doctors and hospitals and things that you're going to need. So again, it's not super complicated. This took a little longer than I was hoping it would, and, we certainly have more bases we could cover, and I'm happy to do that. So subscribe, take a look at everything that I have on MedicareOnTheVideo.com. We're happy to help you with all of it. Hope you have a fantastic day.